Alright, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna start washing the truck today. The truck needs a good wash, so my son is sleeping, so we're gonna try to get this done. I'm not sure what's going on with my hose over there. We're gonna try out the Ego pressure washer I picked up. As you can see over there, just a little one. So, get this camera right. All right. So, what I got here, in here is just some brake buster, P&S brake buster. Been using this for a while. Seriously? Jeez. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about these Press-All bottles yet. I think they got good potential. It's just, these are old, so they probably come out with a lot more renditions of these so far, but I don't use them that often, so. Anyway, just got some brake buster. I'm gonna put on the wheels here. And then in here, I know it says cockpit, the interior cleaner, but it is actually P&S undressed. So this is a tire cleaner. Jeez, sprayers are not. My God. Jeez. These sprayers are terrible. Absolutely terrible. And it's windy too, so of course, everything wants to fly everywhere. There we go. It's a little better. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this tire cleaner, get inside here of the suspension, clean this up a little bit as well. Not really that dirty. I just undercoated everything. Have you seen, if you watched the last video of PB Blaster versus CRC, I did, well, this side would be, I believe this side was the PB Blaster side. So I'm just gonna take my nice fender brush, get in here, clean all this up, and we're gonna see exactly how dirty. This is the Detail Factory scrub mint, or scrub brush, wheel brush, very soft, so it's not gonna mar anything. But get in here. This is just gonna be a quick clean. And another Detail Factory, microfiber. Get in here in the spokes, in the barrel. I'm not gonna get everything. These wheels are just massive. And I think this is the Detail Factory. This is the tough brush or something. These tires shouldn't be that dirty. So they're only got a couple hundred miles on them. Since we did the lift, spray it down. So, just real quick, I will do all the other wheels and I will come back so I don't bore you guys with the same process. Okay, so we have gotten all the wheels done. Also went ahead and cleaned the exhaust tips. So what we're gonna do now is I have the foam cannon all ready to go. As you can tell, I bought that new foam cannon a couple weeks ago, but I want to try out my Adams Polishes one I haven't used in a while. So we're just gonna spray it down real quick. Why am I just doing this with this? Ugh, you can tell I'm rusty. It's been a while since I washed a car. Okay, so let's get the proper tooling. Like I said before, this Ego pressure washer is great. Nice and compact. This is not going to be my every time car wash pressure washer. It does a good job. It's just, I have a Krenzla 1122 and that one does a phenomenal job. I just wanted something that was a little more compact that I didn't have to take as much stuff out for. But these some drawbacks, as you can tell. Not nearly as much pressure. I also have a different orifice on this. Okay. Just gonna quick spray it down real quick. I'll tell you what, this Ego hose is terrible. It gets all bunched up. I gave up at this point with this hose. So like I said, this is just gonna be when I do quick washes on the cars. I'll bring this out because it's so small. But for longer videos and more in-depth details, I will be getting out my Krenzla every time. So let me grab my stool here. Since this thing is so tall, grab my stool. All right, so we're gonna try this out. This is the first time I've used the Ego pressure washer with a foam cannon. So let's see how that does. Man, this hose is really driving me nuts. Let's see how this does. And this is, inside the foam cannon here, is the new PDP orange. I think it's orange something. I forgot what it is. It's a new, I'll tell you the name of it here in a minute. But this is the new soap that they came out with. For like a kind of like a reset for ceramic coating. It's a little bit wetter. I might have need to put a little bit more in dilution, but jeez, this hose is just driving me insane. And it's getting warm outside here, so I'm trying to beat the sun. I'm starting to rush, and this hose is just not. Yeah, this is not a good time. Not happy right now. All right, that's enough of the foam cannon because this hose is driving me insane. But anyway, let's see how this stuff does. I also have the same soap in the bucket. I talked to Eric over at PDP, and I asked him, I said, have you guys ever used this soap in a bucket yet? He said no, but he doesn't see why it wouldn't do well. So we're gonna try it out here. And this is supposed to be nice in the sun too. And the paint's not hot. I wouldn't be doing this if the paint was hot. So, I'll tell you what, this doesn't, I need to get a hold of him and see exactly what dilution ratio we need to do. I put 200 milliliters in the foam cannon, so I'm not sure if that's too little, because it didn't really foam up much, but that also could be the pressure washer as well. So let's give it a wash here real quick. Like I said, it's not too dirty. It's been raining a lot here, so a lot of the dirt has kind of been rinsed off. And this is also ceramic coated as well. Haven't decided yet if I want to recoat this year with some CCI. It's just a lot of work, and this was just coated last year, so not sure what I want to do. If I want to pull this coating off and put something on fresh, because I will be using CCI for the future here on all of my customer cars and everybody that comes in that wants me to do detail their car. So I thought no better way to test long-term durability than just putting it on your own car. So let's bring you guys in a little bit more. There we go. Sorry if the audio, everything, I got this new mic I'm trying out. Let me know in the comments how it is, because we can always adjust. But it seemed like it's pretty good on my end. But I want to hear your guys' comments. So I'm still very new to this whole YouTube thing, so I'm trying that out. Do as best I can as kind of a side gig kind of thing. But I do appreciate everybody watching. Channel is growing a little bit more than I thought it was going to at this time, but it's not a bad thing. Just a little bit surprised. I think at the time of this video that I'm recording, I think we're close to almost 300 subscribers. So I really do appreciate it. And you guys can keep hitting that like and subscribe button. It'll be great. Helps me out a lot. And let's move you again. There we go. Now we're getting all angles of the truck. This thing is massive. Absolutely massive. But, you know, I did it to myself. So, no one else to blame but myself. I will say, in the bucket, like I said before, I don't know the dilutions for the bucket. I kind of just threw in the bucket roughly what I would put on any other soap. But I've seen this is considerably thinner than a lot of the car soap that I've used. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's just how it was made up. So it might need some more soap for a 5-gallon. Like I said, I'm just, as far as I know, I'm one of the first ones testing it out in the bucket wash. So obviously we will adjust and see how it goes from there. But I will say that it is very slick. There is a lot of lubricity, so that is nice. So not gonna scratch the paint any more than a normal wash, especially if you're using really soft microfiber wash mitt media. That always helps. This is Tough Towel from a YouTube channel I watch. Really good self-sustain creator, Derek. So he does a good job, and he just recently started a microfiber company, I guess you could call it, out of Virginia. Seems like he's doing pretty well with it. But let me get you guys another angle here. And we'll get to, where did I put the, oh, there it is. And we're getting to the tailgate now. So, like I said, this is a very quick wash. Nothing that's gonna be too crazy here. Might do a little bit in the interior. Just wipe it down with some interior detailer. Rinse this off. Get out my old man step here to the tonneau cover. I always try to do the tonneau cover last here, just because it kind of gets all the dirt and grime. Pull this up a little so we can get to the corner. And I'll rinse this off, and we'll dress this with some PNS Formal Dress. I will show you that here later in the video of what I use. Been using it for a while. It's called I think D1000 or something like that from PDP. It's kind of like dressing. So let's get the pressure washer out and let's rinse this off. Okay, so had a little issues with the pressure washer. The battery died, and so I just finished off spraying it down with a regular hose. I didn't want to take the other pressure washer out and go grab another battery because I'm kind of, like I said, beating the sun. So I did a couple different methods with this today. The SW90 Ceramic Detail Spray from PDP. Great stuff. I am on my 2nd gallon of it already. Anyway, so what I did is, to help with a little bit of drying, they recommended to spray it on the truck and then rinse it off. Don't like flood it, but just kind of put some water on it to activate it, and then helps with drying. And then I actually went and did a couple sprays on the panels before I wiped it, just to make sure that I was getting even coverage. But all I did was wash it. Like I said, this is ceramic coated, but it just went through a winter and I haven't put any toppers on it or nothing other than ceramic detailer. But so what I'm going to do now, we are going to clean up the rest of the wheels, put some tire shine on it, and then we're going to clean the floor mats and use PDP's new Mat Therapy. Okay, so this is very simple how I do this. I just use a pump sprayer here. I use the IK sprayers, but you can use any pump sprayer you like. And it is PDP's D100 Formal Dress. I buy it in the gallon. You can cut it 1-to-1. So 1 part product to 1 part water. And I pump it up as much as I can. And then simply I spray it everywhere I can. Get up in here. So you see how it comes on very thin, and that's what you want. So I like even putting it on mud flaps a little bit here, and this will dry to a very matte finish. But what I usually do is I let it dry for a while, and then I'll come back in and just wipe up some of the high spots. So I even do this with, underneath. I'll spray the frame like that. Kind of like what I did with the undercoating, but this kind of gives it a little bit more of a shine. Stuff like that. And I come over here, and then I do inside here. Get all the control arms, suspension products. Just do it like this. And I just let it sit. And then, so I'm gonna go to the other side and I will finish this up. All right, so for the tonneau cover, I do it a little bit differently. I take microfiber. This is really hard to do with one hand. Well, you take a microfiber, fold it up. I take a couple sprays, spray that down pretty good, and I'll wipe it like so. That way you get a little bit more even coverage. And then I'll even come in here, spray some of it down. Okay, so I went off camera and just wiped the rest of it down. A little bit easier with 2 hands. So, like I said, it's just a nice little dressing I like to put on and it works great in an IK sprayer. So you can already tell that was just a few minutes ago I applied this, and look how nice of a finish, and it will get down. It won't be as shiny. Same with underneath here. Won't be as shiny. I mean, we'll have some shine to it, but not anything crazy. But I've found that that is some type of like oil-based, I believe, dressing. So that does help with, you know, dirt coming up and accumulating on the truck. But I just found it's actually a relatively cost-efficient product. I've been using it for a few years. So you can tell underneath here, makes it look really good. Okay, so I got the floor mats out of the front of the truck. I'm just gonna do the fronts because the back ones aren't bad. No one really sits in the back other than my son. And obviously he's not putting his feet on the floor mat since he's only 2 years old. So, sweat these down a little bit. And I have the almighty Release All Surface Cleaner. If you're new to the channel, it's a product I've been testing out for the last couple months here. And I like it so far. Pretty much can use it on anything. I haven't found a use yet that I didn't like with it. So we're gonna give it a good spray. This is their 20-to-1 already ready to use formula. You can use it multiple different dilution ratios, but this is what I found was the best so far. Good scrub. There's the passenger. Okay, quick little scrub with the brush. Let's rinse it off. And as you can tell, these are WeatherTechs, but these are not the normal WeatherTechs I get normally. The normal real hard plastic ones. These ones are kind of more pliable. Got those from my buddy over at Performance F-150. Hit up Nick at Performance F-150. He'll get you a set of these. I can't remember exactly how much they were. They were $100 some, something in that range. Not too bad. I got all four. No, I take that back. I just got these two. And I use the Ford all-weather for the back. I've liked them so far. They've had them on about a year or so. It seems to me like the real hard plastic ones get stained really quickly. And ironically enough, the next product I'm going to use from PDP, the Mat Therapy, should help with that type of situation for the harder ones. If you guys out there have the harder all-weather WeatherTech floor mats, Husky, whatever. But we're gonna let these dry. Let's get inside the interior, and I guess I can sweep it out a little bit. Didn't really want to do a full detail, but you know how it goes. You always set out to do a quick wash, and then you're 2-3 hours in and the whole truck is done. So let's get inside and see what we all want to do. All right, well, we're in the truck now. As you can see, it's got a little bit of dirt, but I just don't have the time right now to go ahead and sweep the whole truck. So what we're gonna do in the bottle here is just some Meguiar's interior quick detailer. Same stuff, you can see it, you can get it at AutoZone or anything like that. I just buy it by the gallon. It was an extremely good sale on Amazon a couple days ago, actually a couple weeks ago. I think it was $20 or something, shipped to the house for a gallon. Can't beat that. I haven't used it in a long time, so let's see how good it is compared to some of the other stuff I've been using over the years. I've, you know, Jack's Wax, Adams polishes, P&S. There's a lot of good ones out there. So the way I apply it is I take just microfiber, and give it a couple sprays into the towel, because I don't like really spraying it onto the surface, because that's when you start getting it everywhere. And so this is just a nice, quick little cleaner here. Sometimes on the seat, I will give it a couple, like a very minute spray here, just to kind of get a little bit more coverage, but don't really normally do it like on door panels and stuff like that, just because you want to make sure you don't get any spots and stuff like that everywhere. Well, this seems like just like I remember. It's got that signature Meguiar's type smell. Not like a fruity fragrance, but it's like a cleaner type fragrance. But it does its job. I mean, it's nice and smooth to the touch. So let's try it on the door panel here. Like I said, the truck's not that dirty. It's just more of a lot of daily driving. So swipe it on here. Any type of surface, really, I think this is pretty well good for. I wouldn't put on glass, but door panels, hard plastic. I mean, if you have carbon fiber, anything like that, it does a good job. It's all just the minute dirt off. And just with like minimal effort, and it's just comes right off, does a good job. Leaves like an OEM type finish. It's not gonna clean a whole lot. If your car is completely destroyed with mud and everything like that, it's not gonna, this is not the product you want to use. This is more of like a finishing type product, that kind of like a quick detailer on your car, on the paint. Something that's not too bad, a little bit of minor dirt, gets it off, and does it relatively easy and efficiently. I'm actually gonna contradict exactly what I just said, and I'm gonna spray a little bit onto the armrest here where it gets pretty filthy. Actually, I need another towel. This one's getting a little dry, or a little wet. Oh, it looks like my wife left some money in here, so that's good. So, a couple more sprays. And, you know, just wipe this shifter knob down. Easy here. I'm not getting too crazy. Just giving it a nice little clean. And I do use it on the touchscreen here. Doesn't really do any type of damage that I've found. Nice and clean. Dashboard. I don't like spraying the dashboard because it does get onto the glass, and that gets a pain. I do not have the time today to do all the interior windows. I'm just doing a very superficial clean. Let's get this a little bit more product here. Get the steering wheel. Like, I usually use Color Lock and Color Lock interior cleaner, and I get the steering wheel, everything like that. But this one's not too bad. Once it gets to the summertime and you're sweating a little bit more and it's hot outside, that's when you do little bit better clean in the interior. But I'm gonna go to the other side and just wipe down the passenger seat and the other side of the glove box here. And then I think what we're gonna do is go see how those mats are drying and go from there. Just again to show you, this is pretty much dry. Still a little bit tacky to the touch, but it will dry and it will get, like I said, a little bit. This one dried out a little bit more. I mean, they're still shiny, but the truck came out good for just a quick wash. Interior, it's all done. So just a quick clean. Came out pretty good. Wasn't very dirty, but got a lot of superficial dirt. So let's now get over to the floor mats here. See if these are dry. Oh yeah. Might need to take the towel. Take the towel and maybe dry them off a little bit, but we'll see. All right. So we have here PDP's Mat Therapy D99. Shake it up a little bit. I guess you just need a couple sprays. It probably was way too much. A couple sprays on this one. Let's get some even coverage. And then we just wipe it in, I guess. Okay, I went in and wiped them dry without you guys just because it was a little difficult holding the camera. But those came out pretty good. I'm gonna let these dry out here for a little bit longer. So here's the final product. So not too bad for just a quick clean. I know I say that, but this is a quick clean to me. Truck don't really need much. Just should probably do the windows inside. I just don't have the time. Got this out today. First time really driving it further than just a little data log. So we do have, I'm gonna flip the light on here so we can see a little better. All right. So, excuse the lights there. They like their speakers. They do okay, but they're not that great. But first time driving it with the new tune from BM Tuned. It's great. I mean, I don't think in the 8-9 years I've owned this car, I don't think it's ever run this good. Tune that was in it was probably in it for about 8 years. It was from Palm Beach Dyno, but it's gonna wrap this video up. Truck came out good, just for a quick wash, like I said, but a lot more content coming for this. Since the 94 is kind of put on hold right now, I'm waiting on parts, waiting on my intake manifold to come back from the dipper to get all the powder coating off. So I don't know exactly when that's coming back. So I might have to push back my tune for a little bit longer from Big 3. We'll have to see. I only got a couple weeks coming. This is middle of April. So May 1st is when it's supposed to go. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.